Guys, the last week that Nadi World, yeah. What was that week? What was that week even? And I just like how they integrated Natasha and how much we're able to learn through this episode. This episode for me was very wholesome. If it was food, this is four level full course meal, like very, very wholesome. So the awards came in at the beginning. The girls were so excited, and if you watch my review from the last episode right until now, I said it. This girl Mimi was not going to be a great friend to her. There's a way you're trying to become something, and there's just, I mean, a lot of the things that they're trying to do now, you go on to college and you're going to get to do all that. So the too much excitement for me is really not necessary, especially for the fact that she's on scholarship and she's doing this. Her mom even went ahead to tell her that you are different, and she still didn't get it. Like, that's one of the biggest, I don't know, those are some of the deepest things that a parent can tell you. And if your parent tells you that they don't understand who you are, especially when they are loving, then you know that you've fucked up, you've done the most. Tasia is giving me the vibes. Like, Tasia is one of those people that, those G's, when you see somebody say G, that kind of girl make it through life. She stands for what she believes in. She is a full-grown adult in a student's body. She's taking care of Google. She's doing her best. She's taking care of her junior sister. In school, her moral standing is still top-notch, and she doesn't just keep it to her. She makes sure to tell her friends that this is not cool, this is cool. And once she's not down, she's not down. You guys saw the whole situation where and Nadi's friends were Mimi's friends were talking about the whole whoa. She's a college guy. It's not easy for it to say college guy. It's people that had a car, and she was still able to stand up and speak her truth. I was like, girl, bye. You are so smart. This is like, she tells it as it is. She says it as it is. Tasia opens her mouth and says just the right word. The fact that she was able to tell Nadia, like, just tell her things, you've changed, working with Mimi, you've changed. I enjoyed so much that she was being honest, she was being vulnerable, she was being thoughtful, and still say those things. And it was just worrying to see that even after Nadia's speech, her friends still made fun of her. And in my mind, I'm just laughing. This life is funny. When you're in secondary school, a lot of things that you're thinking, and the cool kids are not the cool kids in future. Just calm down, Went out there, spoke to her, and I like her message about the tobacco, the shisha, and just speaking to her. Now, first of all, the fact that they go to school with wigs, these are the kind of things that create so much competition, so much tension, so much competition. They go to school with short, like their uniform is so short, so literally you're sexy going to school. You have hair, who is having wig, who is having nice human hair, long hair. And to me, this whole dynamics, you groom your child from small to become too competitive real early, and right from small your child builds a mindset of competition. Who wears it better, who does it better. You need to be so grounded not to be able to fall prey in that kind of a situation where people are putting in, like, you are not main in class, so everybody's putting in. The guys are on their earrings, the girls are on their wigs. It's a very dicey place to come out of it and come out strong. That's why for the most part, most of the classmates, they're on the other side of the spectrum. You're just having Tasia there, and then you're having Nadia, who is in the middle ground and still trying to find her feet. I mean, you find this kind of people everywhere, but it's just a bit more prominent because these are things that you see. People come to school in makeup. People are come to school with phones. They are snapping pictures down Instagram. Like, it's not a thing where, I get home before I do it. It's a thing where I do it now. So it's a lot. I would like that is being redressed a bit. The short dress to school, the makeup to school, the hair to school. Guys, the phone to school. Oof, it's reality, but it's just portrayed a bit much. It's portrayed so much more than I would like. I want to see a bit more of a balance at that in that. And I really like the photography going on there. Now the whole ghost situation, I don't understand how the character Ghost do not know what the information that Nadi gave or has, but is still avoiding her. Because from how the story is going, Ghost has a girlfriend, and she's been told that okay, this girl, they're just whatever they're doing. If prior to that day they were fine and he still had a girlfriend, why a sudden change if he doesn't? They have not really, like in this episode we watched the end, they didn't have a conversation. She just ignored him and he ignored back, which in my mind I'm like, okay, if this person is supposed to be your friend, if this person is supposed to be a G, something like that happened, you guys are supposed to have a conversation. Especially with boys like to have a conversation about things like that. They don't just pop girls attitude, because I felt like, okay, what's going on? He was playing the basketball, he didn't speak to her, understandable. Now they met and then they still didn't speak. Okay, what's going on? What's that dynamics right there? Why are you doing this? What's the whole shebang? Like, what is on? What are you on? Because the vibes is not right, and there's no reason why the vibes is not right. And the whole issue of the coming back to record her thoughts, that's amazing way to keep information together, but as you grow older, that's a very risky thing to do. People's lives are being exposed. I mean, it's good you can get a memoir out of it for the best part, but there are so many things in life that you want to move on from it, you want to forget, you want to leave. But the moment you have it recorded, you never move on from it, because the moment you listen to it again, you're back to the feeling you felt, because it's explicit. You're back to the entire feeling. You're back to feel how you felt at the moment when you heard it for the first time. And if somebody gets hold of that information, it goes viral. Now they know everything that you're feeling. Now you start feeling bad. I think for me, it's important to keep diaries, but how can diaries serve you? Serve you as a jotter, to jot your life plans, your goals, the things that you want to do. I mean, if you must have to talk to yourself, just find a way out. But I really, really, really do not enjoy when people write things, because you move on from those things can get missing. Somebody can get a hold of it and then they know your whole life. Is this something you want them to know? So if you're even doing that too, it's just like doing a sex tape and keeping it. You should have in mind that okay, somebody can get a hold of it, and if somebody can get hold of it, you should be aware that it can go out at any time. So you should not do it with the consciousness of this thing is safe, is secured, is fine, nothing is going to happen. At the back of your mind, you should know that there's a 50% chance that this thing will go out, and if it's going to go out, I should be fine with the fact that it's going out. That's like what I feel. This episode was generally very teachable. If you open your mind to it, you're going to learn so much from the beginning, from the aspects of peer pressure, smoking, to dating out of your network, out of your age group, or probably dating in college, boys that are much older, more experienced, to being in a friend group that is more than you and not listening to your parents though. So all of those things, and also having a parental structure that is not good, nice, how all of that can affect your growing up, can impact your life, and how you can just be the worst version of yourself because of your dynamics, because of your friends, because of your environment, because of your parents. These are a lot of things that I want to believe Tizia, even Nadi hasn't done a lot of things because they had a strong foundation. Once your foundation is weak, I'm talking Mimi, I'm talking her dynamics with her mom and dad, it's very shaky, and you can see the way it directly translates to her believing more in people outside, or listening to outsiders, or just having a freelance, I do whatever I want life. And there you go, she's living, she's doing whatever she's doing, and we just thank God that she has been blessed with friends that, even though she doesn't understand that dynamic, she can have a balance of both worlds that can somehow help her, prevent her from doing a lot of the things that she wants to do. Because trust you me, if she was just with those her two friends, girl, bye, she would have been doing the most. When I say the most, the maximum, anything you think about, she would have been that girl in that dynamics, rubbing shoulders, doing everything that needs to be done, and just killing her game. thanks to the writers for putting in the Nashata story was so powerful, so important, and shout out to you guys.